Hello there and welcome to Andre's Artist Profile. Today I am going to be profiling Mr. Michael Nesmith, and in this case the First National Band. Now Michael Nesmith was a guitar player and songwriter for the Monkees, even when they weren't allowed to write their own music, and he insisted they have more creative control. And in the late 60s he forged ahead with a second solo career in which he started making country rock albums and formed the First National Band at the beginning of the 1970s. Now, Michael Nesmith's mother, or was it grandmother, invented whiteout, or liquid paper, as it were, and, that patent probably provided him with a pretty good chunk of change. But the fact is, Michael Nesmith became an enormous innovator. He actually innovated music video with his elephant parts, direct-to-video releases, and became a huge multimedia, a mogul in the 1980s. I like to think of Nesmith as a solo artist as sort of the country rock equivalent of Frank Zappa. He's got a very unique take on the music. Not only that, he's not afraid to bring not only social commentary and his wit into the music and his video presentations. You should all rent Elephant Parts, or Television Parts, the TV series, if you can find it. It's really worth it. And also different styles of music, which I'll be getting into in a minute. Now, I only have 4 albums by him, but I plan to collect more because I really like the way he does everything he does. Now, this is the earliest Michael Nesmith solo album that I have, from 1970. I believe it's his second, called Lose Salute. This is very catchy and memorable country rock. There's Nesmith and the band right there, with a lot of soul to it. And I think the next album here is from 1971 called Nevada Fighter. More of the same. Great, great stuff. If you like the Byrds or Buffalo Springfield, with a little bit of that mildly soulful kind of Neil Diamond touch that Neil gave to the Monkees when he wrote them, you might like this stuff. There's a lot of Neil Youngisms about these albums, but, they're excellent. If you can get them, they're available on a 2-for package, a little easier. That's fine. I got them for a couple bucks at Bull Moose Records. Now, this album might be a little bit harder to find, but it did get him his first hit in the song Rio in 1977, From a Radio Engine to the Photon Wing. And it's a very mellow singer-songwriter kind of album, but very well crafted, really well played on. Michael Nesmith is an excellent musician, and I love his voice. Again, very close to Neil Young at some points, maybe a little deeper, but he's a really excellent artist, and I love some of his artwork is very creative too. This may be a little harder to find, but there's another 2-parter, I think, where you can get it on. It's released on Rio Records. Now, this album is actually my favorite Michael Nesmith album, Infinite Rider on the Big Dogma. Now, a lot of people who are not in the musical know might say to you, oh, this album is a disco sellout. Actually, with a song called Cruisin', which is kind of an early precursor of rap, this album came out in 1979, this album is tremendously funky, big fat bass lines. There's even a song on the end of this album called Capsule, which is kind of a sleek, George Benson-y, jazz-funk instrumental. It's more funk jazz than country rock. A lot of Mike Nesmith fans may not like this because it takes some musical directions in a smoother way that Frank Zappa might go on. And, but I think, like I said, put a little Monkees, a little Neil Young, a little Frank Zappa, and mix it with a lot of Texas attitude, and you've got Michael Nesmith. So that's what I have for him. He's still around and cooking, doing his multimedia thing, and can't wait to see what's up with Papa Nez next. Happy birthday to Michael Nesmith. See you all next time.